Alright guys, so the first step is to enable horizontal symmetry tool. Now I have this color palette right here. I will give you guys a link to this one down in the description. So what I'm doing is I am starting with the darkest color from the palette and going towards the lightest, like this. Like nothing much to explain here. We're just gonna create the background for the landscape, which is really easy with this horizontal symmetry tool. That's what I'm using. Brush doesn't matter here. You can use any brush you want. Once you are happy with that, you want to pick up this blending brush and then you have to blend it all out. Make sure the opacity is low because we don't want to mess it up. You can use any smudge tool you like, but just make sure that the opacity is low so that we can create this really effortless, this really clean gradient kind of effect for the background. Now once you're happy with that, we are here drawing the mountains and whatever we need to add for the landscape. That's what I'm doing. I am still using my horizontal symmetry tool, even though you can right now just disable it, or you can just follow my process. So here again, I am using the color palette or the colors in the second row, and again I am going from the darkest to the lightest. So the darkest is going to come in the middle and the lightest is going to come in the end, if that makes any sense. So you can use any brush to do this, like literally any brush, because brush doesn't matter here. And yeah, that's what I'm doing here. I just have to keep on creating. And the reason why we are using a symmetry tool is because we want that black little mountain thing reflected back in that downward zone where we are, depicting the water, if that makes any sense to you. That's what we're doing. And towards the end, when I was using the light color, lightest of all the four colors we have right here, I created this little cloud kind of thing, and I actually went ahead and decreased its opacity so it looks as if it's some sort of cloud or fog or something like that. Now once I was done with that, I removed the symmetry tool and I erased all the purple pink mountains. I picked up the scale tool and I also first actually shifted all the orange mountains. Then I picked up the scale tool and I actually created this straight line just to make it look like some horizon kind of thing going on. So now what you want to do, you want to pick up white color and circle from the shapes tool, and once you pick up that, you want to create a white circle right in between your background and the mountains that you have created. So make sure you are doing all of this in separate layers. Now we want a little bit of reflection of the sun on the water as well. So what we are going to do, we are going to duplicate this circle, and one circle we are going to keep for the upper side of the sun, and the next one will be for the lower or the water side of the sun, and we have to keep it separate, and I will tell you why. Fill it up, and once you're happy with filling it up, you have to create another layer down right underneath the main sun. Change the color mode to color dodge and pick up the glow brush and add a little bit of glow around the edges of the sun and decrease its opacity so it's not looking crazy. You have to follow the same process for the sun, which is going to be reflected on the water. And the reason why we kept the sun, which is going to be reflected on the water, separate is because we wanted to reduce the opacity because it's a reflection. So that is the reason why we kept both parts separate so that we can change the opacity of it. Once you're done with that, what you want to do is you want to create a tree. If you are not good at it, you can always pick up black PNGs from Google and you can just insert the PNG on your landscape and it will just look amazing. But the tree drawing was really easy here. I also drew some birds here and there. So yeah, that's how it is looking. It's looking nice already. Once you're happy with the tree, duplicate the layer and turn it downwards like this, and just decrease the size of it a little bit, and also just reduce its opacity because it's being reflected back. It should not be that prominent. I hope that is making sense. So that's that. And on another layer, I just started adding some stars. For that, you just have to tap onto the screen with white color and you're done with the stars. Now just pick up this brush called Hair from Artist Brush Set. Once you're happy with everything, go back to that lower part of the sun layer and just blend it in a way where it actually looks like water. Do the same with the tree. I did the same with the tree. This brush is really good. Just make sure the opacity is really low though. And now just pick up this brush, Wet Frayed Bristles, and add random lines here and there. You can actually use any color, any brush, just use white color. Go back to the hair brush and actually blend it out in a way where it actually looks like water. So this is like some highlighted part of the water, if that makes any sense. So it's looking good and your landscape is ready. It's the easiest landscape I've ever made. I'm not into drawing landscapes, but here and there I kind of like to experiment. So I really hope you guys found this video helpful, and if you did, give this video a big thumbs up. If you do create this landscape though, do tag me on Instagram. I would love to see that. Other than that, I will see you guys in my next one.